Alright, now it's another Saturday. I spent a few nights this week out here. Did a little wiring, odds and ends, mounted my coil. I don't remember exactly what all, but just odds and ends. And I did this. I took this manifold that was cracked laying in the woods. I welded up that crack. I cut it off here. Took a piece of pie out of it, angled it, and welded it all back together. And I need to replace that donut because I tightened it down too much and squished it. It had quite a few cracks in it. I threw it in a fire too outside to preheat it and help it cool down evenly. I welded it with some cast iron flux and old piston rings. It was a bit of a learning curve. If I do that again, I guess I better make a video of it. But I think it's going to work. It fits in there pretty good. So I think what I'm going to do today is get that finish mounted and get my pipe that goes down figured out and welded on there. And I need to finish up those rocker panels. I never did finish under there. I need to get that done, finish welded and painted, so that I can finish the exhaust. It's Memorial Day weekend. We all know the meaning of that. All the people who sacrifice so I can sit out here on a Saturday and mess around with some old junk. We appreciate them. Alright, now I've got the manifolds on and the pipes coming out of them pointed in the right direction. Well, mostly. And now I went out and dug out these pipes I got from my buddy the junk guy. These are pretty nice pipes, 2.5 inch mandrel bent. I believe I can build an exhaust out of these. So try to get the exhaust pointing straight back parallel with the frame in some manner, and then I'm going to stop at that point, and I need to finish up the rocker panels and a few other things before I finish the exhaust. But if I do all that, that will allow me to get my plugs in, figure out the plug wires, a few other things. I think I'm going to run the plug wires down low as they would have from the factory. I might even have those little tin heat shields and wire separators and all too. I got to dig around up there. Well, I changed my mind, if you can believe that. I'm not going to fool with the exhaust right now, because I'm thinking I'm going to run the exhaust out right about there and get it up under the floorboards under here so that it doesn't hang any lower than the frame, or at least as low as possible, because this thing sits pretty low. I don't want to drag any exhaust off, which means I need to finish up my work on the rockers and inner rockers, and I got a couple cab mounts to fix. So I guess I'm going to switch gears and do that. Get that out of the way. I kind of quit early on that because I was so excited to get the motor and all in, which I have done. So let me get going in that direction. Alright, we got Little Miss over there masking off. She's going to paint the rocker panel on that side. And I've been working on this rocker panel on this side, which doesn't fit too good, and I've come to the realization I've got to remove the door. So that's what I'm going to do. Little Miss helpfully helped me remove the door, and here's why I had to. This don't fit worth a darn right there, and I gotta reshape that whole area. And the same thing over here. But once I get all that done, I'll be done. Alright, I've been steadily working, reshaping. Got more to go. Alright, I got the rocker panel all welded in and reshaped. Turned out okay. A little odd. I don't really like that, but that'll cover up with seam sealer. So, let me get my train of thought going here. I'm gonna do a little bit of grinding, and then Little Miss, who you can't see because she's laying under the truck, is gonna come over here and scuff this side and get some primer on it. Sounds like they got a motorcycle running out there. There's some of the rear cab mount on the driver's side. A little bummed though. Up under there looking. It's rusty back in there. And I never noticed it because of this little flap of sound deadener from the factory. So I need to think that over, what I'm going to do about that. It really needs a cab corner. But I really don't want to do it at this juncture. So anyway, I need to study on that. And then for some reason, my daggone air compressor over here quit working. I had to push the reset on the motor. That seemed to work alright as soon as I did that. I don't know. Gremlins maybe. I got bad news, girl.
What's that?
There's more rust in the cab.
Where?
Up under there. Under this little piece of sound deadener from the factory. I didn't see it. So I think what I'm going to do, this seat's got to come out anyway. That's unsatisfactory. And a gentleman sent me a seat cover. I'm going to see what that is. So we'll take the seat out, take the gas tank out, fix that rust in the cab, because the whole goal of fixing all this rust is make the cab in good shape so I don't have to grind and weld and carry on in here for when I install the stereo that Stovebolt 50 made us.
I'm excited about that.
Me too. But I'm a little bummed there's more rust that I wasn't expecting. I'm also a little bummed. I think my air compressor has expired. I don't know. It just kicked off. It usually pumps up to 175. I don't know. It ain't hot. Let's see what happens. Well, it don't seem like I got much done today. But I've just been advised that I need to go in and take a shower before I take her out to eat. I don't know why she insists on such cleanliness. Well, I just drained some air out and I opened the cover here. The contacts are touching and the motor ain't working. And the reset button isn't doing nothing. The thing is warm, but it ain't all that hot. Picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. Doggone it.